Giving an autonomous AI agent raw, unmitigated access to your host machine means handing over your files and network to a process you don't control. Docker Sandboxes, or SBX, addresses this by isolating the agent. It runs the AI inside a dedicated MicroVM with its own Docker daemon, file system, and network, keeping it completely separated from your host machine. In this guide, we will walk through the setup, routing API keys through a secure proxy, and use branch mode to keep the agent's code edits isolated from your main repository. To get started, you need a Mac with Apple Silicon or a PC running Windows 11. This is the PowerShell command required for Windows users. Run this in an elevated prompt as an administrator to enable the Windows hypervisor platform. These requirements allow the MicroVM to use native virtualization, the hardware-level mechanism that keeps the agent's workspace air-gapped from your local system files. Once you have the CLI, run SBX login. This opens your browser to complete a standard Docker OAuth authentication. After you sign in, the CLI prompts you to choose a network policy. Locked down blocks all traffic, but balanced is usually the best choice for development, since it permits connections to standard services while blocking everything else. Next, we need to provide API keys for the AI's model provider. Running SBX secret set, followed by the provider name, securely stores your key in your operating system's keychain. Your API key stays in a local host proxy, never touching the sandbox VM. When the agent makes a request, the proxy injects the key from the outside. Therefore, the AI cannot see your raw credentials. It only sees a masked proxy wall. By offloading secret management to this host-level proxy, you prevent the agent from accidentally leaking your private API keys in logs or configuration files. This is the interactive dashboard, which you can launch by typing SBX with no arguments. It gives you a live view of your running sandboxes, shell access, and active network rules. To start an agent, navigate to your project and run SBX run Docker agent in a separate terminal window. The first run takes a moment while the system pulls the agent image. Every launch after that is nearly instantaneous. Instead of letting the agent edit your files directly, use the -- branch flag to trigger branch mode. This diagram shows the separation. Your main branch stays clean. On the right, the agent operates on its own separate branch within a hidden work tree. When finished, you review the changes. If correct, you manually push the branch to your main repository. Branch mode shifts the control dynamic. It moves the AI into a contributor role where every proposed change is staged in isolation and requires human authorization before reaching your main repository. You might find that an agent stops working because it cannot download a package or reach a specific API endpoint. This usually means the network policy is working. It is blocking an outbound request that hasn't been explicitly authorized. You can resolve this using the SBX policy allow network command. This opens a specific path through the firewall for the domains you trust. When you stop a sandbox, it doesn't disappear. It retains your installed packages and file changes, so you can pick up where you left off. To manage your resources, use SBX ls to see what is running, SBX stop to halt an agent, and SBX rm to permanently delete the sandbox and its work tree. If you need to wipe your environment completely, running SBX reset instantly clears every sandbox state and configuration on your system. This combination of granular network throttling and lifecycle commands ensures you maintain direct control over every connection and every file in the agent's environment. We have now established a complete workflow, secure authentication, code isolation via branch mode, and strict network governance. Despite the complex autonomous operations running constantly inside the isolated sandbox, your local host machine has remained completely safe and absolutely untouched. For more advanced setups, you can explore custom environments to learn how to preload your own specialized tools and binaries into the sandbox image. By mastering the SBX CLI, you move agent execution into a restricted, predictable workflow where every file change and network request follows your exact security rules.